What's up, guys? Everything for Tech here. If you can read the title, you know it's a review on the iPad 2, which I did get on launch day on March 25th here in Canada. I was very excited. I waited 6 hours in line. If you're subscribed to me, you saw that I did a camera test. That was just because that was the only thing I had time to do. I didn't do an unboxing on camera at least, because there's so many online now. You know what's in the box. But I'm gonna do a quick, hopefully, review of the iPad 2. I had a few days to to use it, get used to it, and feel the differences between the iPad 1 and the iPad 2. Unfortunately, I can't do any tests between the first one and this one I have here because I did sell it. So I guess I can only do from my memory. And again, there are many reviews online if you'd like to check those out on the comparisons. So as you can see here, I have the orange polyurethane smart case here. This was $45. It is very good. It has a nice microfiber feel in here. It opens up, like that. Magnets on the side. I'm sure you all know about that, but that is not what we're here for. Let me just focus a bit. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So, the iPad 2, which is right here. The model I got was the 16 gig Wi-Fi only white model. I went with white because I don't like to have the same as everyone else. If I can change the color of my phone, I would. I'm getting a BlackBerry, and that's going to change. I'm going to have chrome red. So I like to be different, and I think white is very different. It's very flashy and unique, and it just kind of pops out. So I like the way it looks. Here, it is running the new 4.3 software. There's a few things new to it. If you go in settings, you can see that I am running 4.3 right there. There is FaceTime, obviously, which is built in to 4.3 for the iPad 2, which does have a camera right there on the front and on the back. The camera quality is not good at all. It's good enough to FaceTime and maybe to take some photo booth pictures, which is also built into the iPad 2. There is new AirPlay video, new features where you can stream to the Apple TV. There's iTunes sharing, which I think is pretty cool. You also get you can choose the switch on the side here, which is right there. Let me just focus in. The little lock rotation here. You could choose. All right, screw the focus. Sorry. You can choose if you want that to be lock rotation or the mute button. I have lock rotation, which I think is very convenient. That's just me. If you can see right here, let me zoom in for you all. That's my phone going off. It says multitasking gestures. Sorry. It says multitasking gestures. And you can enable this if you have Xcode for the Mac. I can do a video on that if you guys want to request that. And yeah, so that's a couple of new features it comes with. Now, looking at the overall hardware on the iPad 2, you can see that it has a white bezel around here along with the white home button. This is available in white and black. Here in Canada, there's 18 different versions, I believe, or 24 or something like that. Just because you can get Wi-Fi, 16 gig, 32 or 64. The white, you can do that in black, so that's all that times 2, so 3 times 2 is 6. And then you can get all that with Wi-Fi plus 3G, so 6 times 2 is 12. And then that's on 3 different carriers, so that's 9 times 2, which is 18 plus, yeah, it's a big number. So there are quite a bit different models you can buy. I have the 16 gig Wi-Fi white model only, so it does come in black. And the screen is the same 9.7, I believe it is, inch screen diagonal. It has a front-facing camera up here. Zoom in for you. Right there. It is VGA quality. The cameras are equal to the ones on the iPod 4G. If you ever use those, so you can kind of get a feel for it. It does have an all aluminum backing, and on the back it just says iPad. It does not say iPad 2, and it just tells you your 16 gigs. It's pretty much the same as the other models. Big Apple in the middle. On the left, on the right, sorry, we have, there we go, we have the volume up and down and the rotation or mute switch. Here we have a camera, which I'm pretty sure is 0.7 megapixels. I read on a blog. I'm not fully sure, but it is not the greatest. It does record in 720p video though, which is nice for YouTube, I guess. And up here we have the standby and the power off switch, and the 3.5mm headphone jack. On this side, nothing. Bottom 3.5. Oh wow, 30-pin dock connector. And over here we have a speaker. If you've seen the old iPad, the speaker was on the bottom, and it was just on the, like, straight on the bottom here, because it did have a round, a straight edge. Sorry, this is on the curved on the back, and it is a lot louder, I think, in my opinion. It is 33% thinner than the original version, and it's a hair smaller than the iPhone 4. Nothing too big to brag about. So yeah, it's really thin. Sorry, kicking the camera. It is really thin. So my thoughts on the iPad 2. Well, I think it's an awesome product. I think it's well worth the $700 I spent, because I did get the HDMI cord, which I will be doing a review on. This just allows you to connect HDMI here and 30-pin dock connector here, so you can mirror your iPad 2 on your TV and charge it at the same time, and it just goes into the bottom of the iPad, because I got that in the smart case. So I do think it was worth it. Is it a necessary upgrade from the iPad 1 and iPad to the iPad 2? I don't think so. It kind of depends on what kind of person you are. For me, I like to have, I'm a big Apple fanboy. I love to have the latest Apple stuff, although I don't have the iPhone 4. You know, I just like to have the new stuff. And when new things come out, I go crazy for it, and I want to buy it. So that's why I upgraded. People might not want to do that. If you know, the iPad 1 is fast. It certainly wasn't slow. It was a little sluggish on me, but that was because I had it jailbroken. So you know, it does slow it down when you jailbreak. But there's a lot of things you gotta take into consider. The screen is the same resolution, so it's not like amazing difference there. If you really, really, really wanted a camera, on your iPad 2, well then I guess on your new iPad, then I guess you should upgrade to this one. If you never had an iPad and you're thinking of getting one, I think this is a very good one to invest in. So overall, I do think it's an amazing product. It is relatively quick, and it's a lot faster than the first one. Not too much, but enough for me to like it. That's just my opinion. You guys may think the iPad sucks. You guys may think Apple sucks, but that is not my problem. You guys, it's your decision. So if you want it, I say go ahead, go buy it. It's an awesome product. But again, it's not really necessary if you have the first one. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. A few things to note: that the smart case, which I did not do an unboxing on, it does attach magnetically, and it does line up properly, as you can see here. And when you open it, it unlocks. See that? You can turn that off right there. There's just if I turn that off, it doesn't lock at all. So that is something you could do. But unfortunately, it does leave, let me just lock it here. It does leave these marks after a while. The first day, it's awesome. But it does leave marks. Let me see if I can get it on camera. I think you can see it right there. If you look closely enough, right along here. You can kind of see the grime. There's a streak there. Basically, anywhere these grooves are, right here. So that can be a problem. You can't just wipe it off with a microfiber, or what I use in my shirt. It does work. But, just something to take in consideration. I don't think this is very necessary. I bought it just because there was no iPads out at the time. So, like, sorry, not iPads, iPad cases. There weren't that many, so I went with the one Apple suggested, which obviously is theirs, and they rack up the price. So overall, I do think the iPad 2 is an amazing product, and I recommend it to everybody. Yeah. Just a quick note, those are multitasking gestures. They do allow you to do 3 things. You could, when you're in an app, you can swipe to the home screen, 5-finger pinch like that. You could look at multitasking with 4 fingers up, which is very convenient. And when you're in a Safari page, or any app for that matter, 4 fingers does allow you to go in between your multitasking. So if you see right here, I have settings, then App Store, then iTunes, and then Tilt to Live, I think that's the game called. And it will go in that order. So Safari, this is settings. This is the App Store. And fail. Oh, and there's Tilt to Live. So this is not approved on the very final version of 4.3. Unfortunately, it is. Again, you can get it if you use Xcode, but I think they did not do it because they didn't perfect it. If you saw just there, it was a little laggy. So I guess I'm just rambling now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my review on the iPad 2. I will be having a few more videos coming up in the near future. Go check out my channel for all tech reviews that I do, and subscribe up top, like down below, favorite if you liked it, and comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're getting one. Let me know which one. Let me know why you're not or why you are. So that was everything for tech with my review. Peace out.